Our next topic is constructor overloading. What is constructor overloading? Last session we discussed that within one constructor you can declare more than one within one class you can declare more than one constructor within one class. Here you see I declare this one is the first constructor, this one is the first constructor, that one is a zero argumented constructor, this one is the second constructor, and this one is the third constructor. So more than one constructor I declared within one class. This one is the non-parameterized constructor, this one is the one argumented, and this one is the two argumented. Okay, now here I have one function, that one is a sum, addition of two member variables, and then summation of this. Yeah, and now here you see this one is the main part. Here I declared a1 one object, a2 one more object, and a3 is the one object. Now I will create this object using the new keyword. So new add. So constructor, normally constructor has called at the time of object declaration. So here you see I create the object a1 using the new add. So which constructor will be called? That one is the non-parameterized constructor will be called. For this statement, this constructor will be called non-parameterized. Now I want to create one more object a2. I instantiate that one add 5. So this one is the one argumented constructor has called at the time of a2 object creation. So for this statement, this one argumented constructor will be called. Clear? Now the third one, int add a3 equal to new add. Same, I pass two values. So for this purpose, for this constructor will be called two argumented. Clear? Now last one, add a4 equal to new add. Here I want to pass 4, 5, 6, 3 values I want to pass, but within my class I don't have any 3 argumented constructor. So that's why for this object creation it will give error. So that one is not possible. Okay, now I will call this sum function with the help of the object a1. Again I want to call with the help of the object a2, and last I want to call with the help of the object a3. Now last session we already discussed that for why we use the constructor one purpose to create the object, and one more purpose to initial the value to the attribute of the object. Clear? So what is the attribute of the object? Here you see, here how many objects I have. One is the object a1, another one is the object a2, and object a3. So in case of object a1 I have the attribute x, y, and one method, that one is the sum. Here you see this x, this y, and sum method. Same a2, for the a2 I have one attribute x, one attribute y, and one sum method. And same for the a3 also I have one x, one y, and one sum. Okay, so these are the attributes. So to initial the value of the attribute. So now a1 dot sum. So this sum function will be called with the help of the a1. So these x and these y means a1 dot x and a1 dot y. So these x and y, what is the value of the x and y? What is the value? When I declare the when I create the object a1, I call the add constructor, zero argumented constructor. This constructor initial the value of the attribute a1 object, the attribute of the a1 object. So x will be 0, y will be 0. So a1 x will be 0 and y will be 0. So when this sum function will be called with the help of the a1 dot sum, so these x and these y will be the 0 plus 0. So the output here sum s, so s will be, so a1 dot sum, the output will be 0. Clear? Next a2 dot sum. So a2 dot sum, the value of the x and y, what will be? So at the time of the object declaration a2, this one argumented constructor called. So this one argumented constructor x will be m, x will be m, the value of the m is the 5. So this one is error, maybe I use the value y equal to 20. Clear? So now x equal to m, what was the value of the m? That one is the 5. So now for the a2, x value is the 5 and y was 20. Clear? So now the sum function has called with the help of the object a2. So these x and these y will be now a2 dot x, a2 dot x plus a2 dot y. So what will be? That one is a 5 plus 20 equal to 25. This 25 will be printed here. Clear? Next again a3 dot sum. So a3 object when we create, then that time this constructor has called for this int m and n. M and n means 10 and 20. So this x will be 10 and y will be 20. So a3 x will be 10 and y will be 20. Clear? So now I called a3 dot sum. So this sum method will be called. So what will be this x and what will be the y? This x will be now a3 dot x plus a3 dot y. Why? Because this sum method now we call with the help of the a3 object. So what will be the summation now? 10 plus 20 will be 30. Clear? The output will be 30. Clear? So when the constructor has called at the time of the object creation, the matching constructor will be called, and then this sum method will be called with the help of the which object? As per your calling object, the member method will be for this object. When you call with the help of the a1, then x and y will be the a1. Why? Because they are the instance variable. So this one is the attribute of the object. Constructor is used to initial the value of the attribute of the object. Clear? This is the purpose of the constructor. So that's why when you call your member method with the help of the object, therefore your result also will be as per your object values. Clear? This is the gist. Now this one is a one more important part is there. That one is the this keyword. What is the this keyword? If you use this one instead of the integer m and integer n, if I write like this, maybe integer x comma integer maybe n. Clear? So now here instead of the x equal to m, I have to write x equal to x because my instance variable is also s and my passing variable is also x. Then in case of y, it will be easy, no problem, y equal to n. So this one has no problem because the passing variable name is n and the instance variable is the y. So that's why it's no problem. But if the instance variable and passing variable name both are same, that one confusion is there. Which one is the instance and which one is the passing variable? So normally what we did normally instance variable equal to your passing variable. So this one is the instance variable, this one is the instance variable, and this x is the passing x. So for this confusion, you can write this dot x equal to x. This dot x means your current object x. Clear? And this x, right hand side x, means your passing parameter x. Clear? So this is used to represent your current object. This one is known as the current object. What is this current object? This add means this add to argumented constructor. So you create the a3. Add a3 object you create. At that time of creation, you can call this constructor to argumented constructor. So this x will be this dot x equal to x, means a3 dot x equal to x. This is used to represent your current object and to that confusion which one is your object variable, object attribute, and which one is your passing attribute. So to represent your object attribute, you use the this keyword. Clear? What is the this keyword? And one more important point, last point for the constructor. Constructor, we already use that constructor has no return type, right? Constructor has no return type. but you can use the return keyword, no problem. Anywhere you can use it. Maybe I use the return. Only return statement you can use. Why? Return statement is used to return the current object. Okay? Constructor has no return type. You don't mention here any return type. Constructor has no return type, but you can use the return statement. So what will be returned? The return this return statement basically constructor return your current object. So here you can use the return statement. This one is the optional, you can use it. So when your constructor will be called, it will return your current object. Just like this, add a1 equal to new add, so it will return your object a2. Clear? So that's why return statement you can use, no problem. It return the current object, but constructor has no return type. So what is this? This return statement is return the current object. It returns the current object. Clear? So maybe some tricky question you can face, that can you use any return statement to the constructor? Return statement you can use, but you don't use any return type to the constructor. Clear? This one is a one tricky question. And last tricky question is there, that one, can you use any access modifier to the constructor? Just like this, if you want to write that private add, is it possible? Can you mention any access modifier to the constructor? Yes, you can use any access modifier when you use your constructor. This one you can use, but what is the use and why, when we are using and why we are using, that one we will discuss one more session. Clear? So there will be a question, what is the this keyword, and what is that can you use the return statement within your constructor, and constructor has any return type, is it true or false? And last one is there, can you mention any access modifier to the constructor? The answer, this for this access modifier, yes, you can use any access modifier. Clear all this? If you have any doubt, you just put a comment in the comment box. Okay, thank you.